Okay, so this is the guy that last year, oh, I'm gonna get my gun, motherfucker. Every time I come here, he just shows up and parks. So this is the second video of him over a year later, dude. And then there's that gold truck. As soon as we got here, before I could even hit the beach, this guy's came right in. So that's him. He's got a golden retriever with him. Last year, he's rolling around, following us. We were way over there by the soccer fields. There you go. There's his plate and everything. LLK 93. And he'll just stop right by us. So this time I was close enough. He goes, oh, how's it going? I said, oh, just trying to get some peace and quiet. He just sat there and stared at us. Okay, this is what the people do. This was an empty area, except for those people on the bench. And before I could go from there to there, that guy showed up. Someone else showed up behind him immediately, but that green guy, he threatened us. He's, oh, I'm gonna go get my gun, motherfucker. It's on YouTube. Okay? So there's him, there's his dog, there's his van. Even though we're cool, if I don't come down here with someone twice my size, or a woman, or both, and even then, do we just have people come hang out by us and circle us, ride their bikes around us? So it's not just me. This other person's injured far worse than I am, and she gets hassled the same way I do. And then our mutual friend, he's kind of in the spotlight, but he's not injured physically or mentally at first glance. And people just follow us around and try to ask ignorant questions, like, you know, like right now, I get here, a minute later, this guy shows up, 5 minutes later, a boat. Remember, it's Thursday morning. A boat with two people that look real familiar roll by and go, oh, look, total strangers. Oh, we caught two fish, 19 and 15. Key phrases right there. For one, they got the ages wrong. Okay, that's somebody else they're thinking of. But I know what they're talking about. And I've been hearing this across the country. So this is what people do in the country now, like I've been saying for over 3 years, is they follow you around. What color is this Tahoe? I'll be damned if it isn't gold. Okay, and he showed up wearing a bright orange long sleeve shirt. Okay, and then the guy behind him showed up within a minute after him showing up. So within 3 minutes of us arriving, 2 other people were behind us. Gold truck, white truck. Then you got that guy in the van. Last year, he's on YouTube channel. Oh, I'm gonna get my gun, motherfucker. Go get it. But here he is again. You see what I'm saying? So people across the country, they just follow you around, and they don't have a life. And you can't relax because they're going to follow you around, your girlfriend, your husband, your friends, your family, and they try to hit you with their cars, hit you in the store with their shopping cart. They're rude. My friend has very bad injuries that affect speech, motor skills, all that. And I was far enough behind in Sam's Club that the person being rude to her that works at Sam's Club didn't realize that we're together. And I rolled up on her talking down to her. And when I showed up, she changed her fucking tune. Okay, so this is my town. It's been my town since I was a year old, since before it's incorporated. There's a lot of nasty, dirty, trifling-ass people following regular Americans around, and they're snitches. And they're using Bluetooth, eavesdropping, okay? They can get into your phone, okay? I've changed phones, not on purpose, about 5 times in the last 5 years. Okay, and so that's still not enough. They still get in there. They know what you make. They know what you're talking about. They repeat things that you've been talking about, okay? Now, if I'm here and that person's there and I had my radio playing, how the fuck can he still hear what I'm saying? Because you know good hell and well that guy's 65 if he's a day, okay? And then that dude parking right next to us, and before that guy parked, there's the other guy. See, bright orange hat. There's a skateboarder. I like to wear all black, so people will wear all gray or all white, and they'll get right by you, and they'll do something like he pretended to fall right there. And as soon as he did that, the dude in the green minivan pulled up and just stopped. Okay, so it hasn't stopped. It's a lot lighter, but as you can see, 10 o'clock on a Thursday morning, those people on the bench were the only people here. As soon as I pulled up, before I could get my dog out of the truck and hit the beach and take clothes and shoes off, this guy pulled up right behind us, orange. Then someone pulled up right behind him with a dog that resembles mine. So wherever you go, they're looking to crowd you and make you uncomfortable everywhere you go. Across the country, I've done this, 39 states. I'm only missing New England and a couple of the Midwest states, okay? And if they don't park here, they'll just drive in a circle over and over and over. I've had several different people down here that see it. 3, okay? And they make every attempt. They're not just here just walking their dog, because the dog park is all the way on the opposite end. Okay, now that's a nice area, whatever, but you can see this right here, they'll just come through over and over and over and over, and they'll just circle through. Some of them aren't even dressed for the beach, case in point. Okay. Now, if you think this is too much, well, you haven't been paying attention. This is going on across the country. Okay. They creep by you. They have no intention of stopping and going in the water. White vehicle, handicap plate. Okay. Usually red, white, silver, or gold. Okay. See? No intention of getting in the water. They're from here. Okay. I'll see the same, that green van. That's the third time he's done that since I've been home. I'll come down here and he'll just cruise by. But you know what's odd about that? Last year, all the way over by the trees in the soccer fields where people drive their, what do you call it, their drones and stuff, okay? See? Anything to stop by you, okay? This is across the country, guys. This is across the country. Anything to stop by you, and they'll get out and they'll take a picture of nothing, and they'll point, and they'll be really loud, and they'll be wearing bright orange, case in point, or they'll be wearing bright blue, bright red, solid colors, weird, like Smurf blue, Dodger blue, fire engine red, okay, solid, usually construction colors, and they have no job in construction, okay? Now, this has been going on for 3 years that I've been documenting. I am, according to the VA and the rest of the government, I'm not allowed to work for corporations anymore, and this is the way that your low-class people make extra money, okay? Everywhere you go, they just follow you around. They'll get as close to your vehicle with their dog as possible, and they'll act like it's not fucking rude, okay? I've had it happen at veterans memorial parks, or they'll get their dog and their dog will start barking and they'll just stand there and laugh and go, or they'll reach out and, I don't know if you noticed, but see this? This is called a working harness, okay? You know who wears those? Working dogs. Sit down, baby. Okay? And we just walked at Safeway and had some idiot dressed in all red, head to toe, okay? Reach out, oh, hey! Okay, they're a surveillance / provocateur. Their job is to cause a problem, to do a bunch of socially unacceptable or rude, taboo. Like I said, they'll bump into you. They'll brush up against their car. They'll let their dog piss on your tire right in front of you. If you park all the way at the end of the park, here they come, parking right next to you. Okay? Wherever you go will be the most popular place on the fucking planet. Now, again, the people on the bench, they were the only people here just sitting and chilling, okay? But you can see, they just, car after car after car. And it'll be like this as long as I stay here, okay? They've got no intention of going in the river. See how hard that dude's just staring, okay? So this happens everywhere we go. If we go to Chamber of Commerce Park, as soon as we show up, 2 people will show up on either side of us and pretend to fish. Okay, see that? That's, you can expect that. And they'll stop and talk to other people, but they don't know these people, okay? It's very low key. Now, if you want to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to laugh in your face, because have you ever held a top secret clearance? Then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because all this shit is top secret. It's low-level top secret. I'm not trying to sound like a badass. I'm trying to tell you there's shit going on that the CIA and the FBI do, and they can't do it technically according to the Constitution, and people bitched about it. So what they do is the FBI or the CIA or whoever, they get CIA and FBI contractors, and those people know people with private investigation solutions companies, and they all make money off this. The FBI or whatever 3-letter agency hands a list down, and they go, we can't do this to these people, we'll get in trouble. And they go, okay, I know a guy, and they hand it down to the contractors, and the contractors take some of the work, and then some of the work they can't do goes down to the private investigation solutions. And then those people walk by, and I've got this person to person, they will hand people money. They will hand people money and tell them, here, wear this hat, and here's $100 or $200. Okay? And I've asked the guy in Sierra Vista, he goes, I usually panhandle across the street, but he's walking out of the other grocery store with a fist full of cash, counting it in front of me, wearing Smurf blue, of course. Okay? And I asked him, I said, hey, do you think this is happening? And he smiled. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. And I go, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I said, do you think if somebody put you in this specific position and asked you to do something, and they gave you $200 and said, here, go walk by this guy counting cash, see if he smells like alcohol, beer, see how he's acting, what he's doing. Here's a phone, here's a Bluetooth headset piece, and it starts there. And when I asked him if he thinks that's happening, this is a 65, 7-year-old man, much like this guy right here. He just got a big old grin on his face, and I go, that's all the answer I need. So this goes on across the country. This place was empty as soon as I show up. The parade of cars, it's light, it's gotten a lot lighter, but the parade of cars, this guy, before I could even get into the water and get my shoes off, here he comes. And then as I'm getting into the water, guy number 2 comes with a lookalike dog. So you got 2 people coming down to the exact same spot at the exact same time in under 3 minutes, both with dogs off the leash, which I don't care, but look where they're at. See all that river. Wherever you go on the river, if I go 5-10 miles up the road and go to that beach, I can show you another video. So this is getting really old. Most police and firemen either don't believe you, they're in on it, or they can't talk about it. It's one of the 3. So you've got a couple people on your side, a couple people being dicks, and a couple people just not really paying attention, not believing it. See? But bright orange, gold truck, white truck. You saw 3 or 4 cars circle. They have no intention of coming in here. They just come down here just like the guy in the green van. This is every day, every spot I go, every city in the country, every county, every state that I've been in, several times over, okay? And you can see his orange shirt by his chair. So there's orange. And like I said, the only people that were here righteously is those people on the bench. God bless them. And it was nice and quiet. Once I showed up, all these people started coming in behind me. And you see what they do. They'll just sit right there. Okay? There you go. There you go. We're about to hit year number 4 soon in a couple months. That's what COVID was all about. Let's lock everybody down. And now they've got street police. Okay? It's not undercover. It's people on the street that don't have enough Social Security, enough retirement, whatever. It's not my fucking problem. And they're going around doing this right here. They'll follow you within a minute. That guy was here. Then another minute, another guy shows up with a dog that looks a lot like mine. And then you get the parade of cars. And then the longer you're here, the more it'll happen. And you got people floating down the river, total strangers talking to this guy and yelling out key phrases that I've heard across the fucking country for 3 years. And some of it is on live recording like I'm doing right now, okay? So this is what happens every single time I go to the store, if I go to a restaurant, if I go to a gas station. Hear how loud he's being? He'll yell like that to people he's never met. Oh, 19 and 15. If you think this is creepy, turn it the fuck off. I watched it happen to someone else out here at Sam's Club. If you're disabled, dude, people just treat you like shit. There's no understanding. And you don't even have to be disabled. They can just you're not one of them. And somehow that makes them better, even though they're walking and wearing tattered clothes and they're trying to start a fight with you for money. Okay? So that's your morning video. Again, this place was empty except for those people on the bench. And as soon as I pull up, that truck pulled up before I could even get out and make it to this spot right here. And then as I'm getting into the water, another truck shows up right behind him. And then you saw everything else on video. Okay, so there you go. That's everywhere you go. See how that guy's just over here looking for no reason? They'll keep looking back. They try to dress like you. They try to get as close to you as possible and bother you. That's not America. That's fucking communist Russia, that's Nazi Germany, and that's Mussolini's Italy. The black shirts, the brown shirts, the secret police. That's what they're doing. They're a provocateur. And then the people around that may or may not know what's going on, if you do anything other than tell them to piss off and turn your stereo up and move or whatever, or ignore them, now you got witnesses, and some of the witnesses are paid. I mean, that really is the way it goes. What do you think informants do? You think undercovers don't have fucking people on the street? Come on. And now, with everything the way it is, that is exactly what happens. So, this is everywhere we go. If we find a peaceful spot, some upstanding gentleman like that and about 2 or 3 others will come in, see how all you hear is fucking rocks hitting the fucking water, and he's not listening to you, but every word I say, he would respond to. So how the fuck can you hear me? With my stereo playing, by the way. Okay? So y'all have a blessed day.